George Kambosos is counting on Devin Haney's lack of experience in youth, just like he did with T.O. He played a lot of mental games and got T.O. to fight the fight that he needed to win, and he's trying to do the exact same thing with Devin Haney. But check him out, talk about the mental games he played in the T.O. fight.
I never gave him an inch, throughout the press conference to the media workout that we had, to the face-off, to all the things online that we had to do. I never gave him an inch. I never gave him the respect as he wanted. That's the difference there. He mentally broke him down. I thought, why is this guy not fearing me? Why is he not scared? Why is he, not respecting me like I should be because I just beat Lomachenko? Well, I don't care that you beat Lomachenko. I'm coming to beat you. And did his age? Because I mentally broke him many months before this. I knew this was the game plan. I knew that he was going to come out crazy like this. I wanted him to come out crazy like this. So that just shows, how mentally sharp I am as well. So when he came out crazy and I was standing the shots and I threw some really good sharp shots as well in them exchanges. Okay, I got you where I want you. And then I took that double step back. I saw that chin where we worked on that many times. I threw that lightning right hand and put him down. And then I said to myself, Lomachenko doesn't talk. He's not going to sit there and say what he has to say. Comey doesn't talk. Nakatani doesn't talk. Tatley doesn't talk. Magdalena tried to talk a little bit, but he's not at that part and that level. So I knew that me being who I am, and I've broken down many fighters. The fight before Lopez, Lee Selby, a veteran, a guy that has been there and done that, that's seen that before. I broke him down with what I said, with my confidence. So I knew that I would break him down. I knew that mentally would be too much for him, and I just had to execute on the night of the fight, which I did.
Well, I have a question for you.
So, like I said, George is counting on Devin Haney's inexperience. Look, T.O.'s coming forward using a jab and giving up his height and creating counterpunch opportunities for him. And right here, he brings his head to him, throwing a jab to the body, and he throws a left hook. And he's going to be looking for Devin Haney to do the same thing because Devin Haney does it in the Leonardis fight. Look, he throws a combination to the body, and Leonardis tries to catch him with a left hook coming up. Haney has showed that he can make in-fight adjustments. That Leonardis' game plan was to catch him with the left hook. Look, he catches him with the left hook there. And then right after catching him with the left hook, he attempts to catch him with the left hook again. And Devin Haney makes the small adjustment by throwing an uppercut, knowing the return fire is coming, getting up under the shot, and then clinching. And he puts the forearm on Devin Haney and tries to push him off and catch him with the right hand. And Devin Haney puts the arm around him and smothers the right hand. So he's smart. Right here, this is what Devin Haney has to do to win. Look, notice he takes a step forward, the guy takes a step back. Takes a step forward, takes a step back. The guy moves in an inch, Devin Haney moves an inch back. That's how you control range. And Devin Haney has one of the best jabs in the business. So at this distance, if Devin Haney stays disciplined and fights the fight to his strength and knows his identity, he has to stay disciplined and throw his combinations to the head, not to the body, and give Kambosos counterpunch opportunities and opportunities to make it a dogfight. See right here, he steps in and smothers the guy's attack, and he's out of range for any return fire. Even if he throws shots to the body, he's throwing them from a distance that's beneficial from him. He has to know his identity. He has to know what he is and what he ain't. He can't get in a pissing contest with George Kambosos. Look, that hook that landed a while ago for Leonardis, when he's at a distance that's beneficial for him and he throws that lead uppercut, he's not there. He's just out of range for that counter attack because he's controlling the distance and controlling the range. And that's what he has to do in this fight. Look, he's probing with the jab, not letting him inside. He tries to lean to get inside, and then he probes with the jab, and then throws a body shot, and then clinches. He has to keep that up the whole entire fight and maintain his focus throughout the entirety of the fight. And that's his keys to victory. I heard Joel Judas say they're going to take the fight from him, and I hope that was just false bravado, and they're not really going to use that as their game plan. I hope he fights a disciplined fight because he can't get into exchanges like this because he leaves himself open. And George Kambosos throws really, really fast combinations, and that's the style of fight that he wants. He wants that type of fight. He wants Devin Haney to get in the exchange so he could clip him with a shot, just like he did with T.O. He did the exact same thing with T.O. He played mind games, got T.O. to fight the fight that was suitable to him, and he capitalized on the fight. Another thing he can't do is lay in that range and stay in the pocket. Like here, he stays in the pocket, tries to pull just out of range, and then he gets clipped with the right hand. And George Kambosos' hands is faster than his, and if he gets that shot in there, he's a harder puncher and he's a bigger guy. That could give Devin Haney problems. He can't lay in the pocket and become too defensive. He should control range and jab and focus all of his combinations upstairs. Don't throw any downstairs and give him opportunities, and don't lay in the pocket and give him opportunities. Everyone knows that when you're fighting in a fighter's backyard, home cooking is definitely a factor in the fight. So a lot of people think Devin Haney's going to go into this fight already down, and I'm one of those people. But I think that the mental games that George Kambosos is playing up until this point has worked against him, because he's been doing nothing but interviews while Devin Haney is working out and working his strategy, and he's trying to do the exact same thing that he did in the Tio fight. And I think that it's catching up with him because he missed weight. And then he tried to come out and say that he did that on purpose, but it's like, how could you miss weight on purpose? Like, come on, man, don't play us for a fool. I think you're too relaxed. I think you got into the mindset that he's a young guy and you're gonna do him exactly like you did Tio. And I think it's actually working against George Kambosos. But listen to George. Look at him and his trainer or manager, whoever that is. It looks like they're arguing with the scale. Does that look like a person that did this on purpose? But listen to George Kambosos explain.
Come on. Yeah, you got people worried. I'm having fun. Yeah. There's so many people on the stage going crazy. So, how did that feel? I'm going to move back. I know what I'm doing. I had a plan. That's it. It felt like a World Cup game when you made the weight. Everyone was going crazy. This is nothing. Wait till tomorrow. 50,000 plus. Yeah. We're ready. Weight's never been an issue. I've been hydrated. I've been eating all week. So we had to have a little bit of fun with it today. Just play some games. So, out of war, baby. Deception. Yeah. See you tomorrow. All right. Thank you, George.
So my official prediction is I think Devin Haney possesses the skills, and he's going to be tested in areas that he's never been tested before. And I think he might pass those tests, but I don't think it'll be enough to win this fight, because I think he has too many things going against him. The government putting up money for this fight. They obviously want to make a return on their investment. Uh, the fact that Manny Pacquiao is a bigger star than Devin Haney, he went over there Australia and he was robbed in a close fight. If this fight is close whatsoever, Devin Haney is not going to get the decision. They already have the rematch in place. Like, the writing's on the wall all the way down to the judges. Like, there is no way that this fight is going to be fair. And I have been wrong before in the past, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. A close fight does not go to Devin Haney. And I think Devin Haney will do enough to edge the fight out, but will lose due to politics of boxing. But anyway, it's the Boxer Scholar, and I'm out.